Hi, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. I did a video last month. Oops, my computer's freezing up a little bit. Let's see if it works. Oh, it's a little sketchy. Come on now. Don't sketch out on me. All right. I did a video last month called The Engaged Life. And I talked about what I learned from uphill bike riding, that when I'm engaged with the edge of gravity, when I feel like I can feel that pressure in my feet as I ride forward, that my physicality, my metabolism, my whole outlook just feels much better when I'm engaged, and how I was feeling that in my daily life, just lifting the chest a little, tucking the hips a little, which kind of connects the three power links together, right? Lifting the chest helps connect the arms to the core, tucking the hips helps connect the legs to the core, and having that engagement just feels healthier and better. And I use it as a metaphor for engaging with your life, engaging with problems, engaging with the things you encounter, so that you're meeting what's happening, not turning away from it, that you're engaged with it. It's not necessarily about solving the problems or fixing everything. Maybe the problem can't be solved, but being engaged with the problem consciously is healthy. It enlivens your body and gets you connected. Or you can consciously disengage and say, all right, I'm tired, I'm just going to relax from gravity and put aside my problems or whatever. That's cool. But what I was advocating not doing was unconsciously defaulting to disengagement, like when people stand like this or walk in a trudgy kind of way. What you're doing is you're kind of abandoning your engagement, which is okay, I think. Well, it's okay no matter what you do, but what I think is healthier is if you consciously engage, consciously say, I'm going to trade some of my health and some of my balance here for some rest, and I'm just going to disengage from my problems, disengage from gravity or whatever. That's cool. But it's when you default towards disengagement, that's where I think the problems come, health problems come. So, talking about engaging more fully with what's going on and how that's a good thing. So I've been applying this all over, sitting, standing, but especially biking uphill, because I can really feel that edge of engagement. It's just really, really clear, like where it is. And I can't control the incline of the road. I can't control my energy level or my fitness condition that day. I can't control the weather, can't control the traffic, can't control road conditions, all kinds of things. But I do have some control over my attitude and over what gear I'm in. So I'm always looking for the right gear so that I can stay with that edge. If I fall behind the edge, I'm basically decelerating. If I'm too far ahead of the edge, I might be working with too much force. Or temporarily accelerating is good, but trying to continue accelerating just leads you to a brick wall. You can't accelerate indefinitely because we just don't have the strength to do that. So what I've noticed recently, and this is really great, is that yes, you want to stay engaged, but what I realized is that a real key to this is to stay consistently engaged. Consistently engaged. So there isn't, what I used to do is I kind of push the pedal forward and then relax, and then push the pedal forward and relax, and push the pedal forward and relax, which is the equivalent of walking in a trudgy way where you push it forward and, you're constantly looking for places to not work. And so you have intermittent, minimal engagement just to push it forward, like going like that instead of like that. So I'm back to advocate consistent engagement, if you can, in your sport, in your training, in your physical activities. Stay consistently in pressure, in contact and engagement with the pressures of gravity. Or like, say if you're doing partner work like Tai Chi, maybe push hands exercises, you want to stay in a consistent engagement. It doesn't mean that the amount of engagement has to stay consistent, but that there's some engagement. You may release and then come back, or there may be differences in speed, but what I like to do is to try to make a thorough, consistent engagement with the forces around me, so that there isn't breaks in it like that. Stay consistently engaged. And that feels much more enlivened and alive and just better in every way than when I'm, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Trudging and just doing the minimal effort to move it forward. It's actually more tiring to do minimal effort for me than it is to do a consistent engaged effort. I don't know why, but there's something about that attitude that gives me energy. So anyway, I'm advocating, a slight variation of what I said last time. I'm just focusing on more consistent engagement. If I stay consistently engaged with gravity, or consistently engaged with my problems, or consistently engaged with what I am engaged with, I feel even better. I'm talking about a quality of the engagement. You can be engaged but a little inconsistent, and it's still better than just completely disengaging from gravity or your life issues. But keeping a consistent level of engagement, and when you go to a little less engagement, stay consistent with that. I did a video on thoroughness and movement, and I really like the analogy of painting. Like when you paint too slow, the paint drips down the wall. Paint too fast and you leave holes. But if you find the right speed, you thoroughly put that on. So same with Tai Chi. A thorough movement everything is completely efficient and effective, and all the energy of your movement goes out. In a sense, it's not stuck in your body. So when you throw a ball with thoroughness, there's no pain or tension or gripping in your own body. The energy's in the ball, not in you. Not stuck in your shoulder, but it's out there. So consistent engagement and things like that. Yeah, consistent pressure with gravity consistently in your tennis. Try to make the movements thorough and consistent. And notice the part of you that wants to disengage, that wants to stop doing that. And, acknowledge, it's good to get rest, and that's a helpful part of you that's trying to make sure you don't overdo it. But keep that in check, because if you do that too much, you get very unhealthy. So if you maintain a consistent engagement and, break when you have to, but stay consistent, I think it will be better. So I'm advocating for not only the engaged life, but within that engaged life, be consistently engaged and thoroughly engaged with what you're engaged with while you're engaged with it. And then consciously disengage, but try to avoid unconscious disengagement. That's my message for today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I do appreciate your comments. I make these videos to be useful. I have donation links on my videos and all over my website, GeneBurnett.com. Donations are great. They help me stay afloat, but it's not why I'm doing this. I mainly do this to be helpful. So if this is helpful, it's always nice to get a comment. Thank you for watching. Good luck with your training, and I'll see you down the road.